Tevra the dungeon hunter was in bad shape. She was tattered and injured from fighting, her sword was broken, her lamp was low on oil, and she had only one crossbow bolt left. She called out for her friends again, but only the slow drip of the dank dungeon answered. She had to keep going, though. As she stepped into the shallow puddle, the water didn't splash. It stuck to her boot like honey. She pulled back with a start, but the translucent slime didn't let go. Futilely, she fought to get it off. She tore off her boot, but it was already climbing her leg. She hacked at it with her broken sword to no avail, then tried to tear it away with her fingers. It stuck to everything it touched. It climbed to her stomach, and then her shoulders. She could feel it sliding over her body, soaking into her clothes, into her skin. So this is how I die, she thought, desperately trying to claw it away from her face, to a puddle of slime. But she didn't feel like she was dying. The slime didn't burn. In fact, it was soothing. Her wounds felt better against the cool fluid. Then, to her amazement, they began to heal. She looked on in wonder as the lacerations on her arms and legs knit back together, leaving beautiful, unblemished skin. Her clothes and armor began changing too, first repairing themselves, and then improving. Her threadbare cloak became thick and sturdy again. Her chain shirt became a full suit of mail, covering her once wounded arms and legs. Her sword grew back, not as it was before, but into a serrated blade with a wicked barb. The slime seemed to use itself up repairing her, as if it was becoming the missing links in her armor and the missing skin in her wounds. Only a few moments later, the puddle was empty, her body and equipment were whole, and there was not a drop of slime to be found anywhere on her. The slime had seemingly healed her and vanished. Tevra wondered if perhaps she was dreaming. There was nothing to do but continue, though, so she put on her boot and got to her feet. As she made her way through the dungeon, she began to notice more changes. Her aching muscles slowly felt better, and then much better. She felt energized. On a hunch, she grabbed a nearby boulder, lifting it over her head with ease. She was definitely stronger and faster than before. Straining her senses to find her friends, she realized those were improving as well. She could see and hear much further into the darkness. She could smell what lay ahead. At length, she extinguished her lamp. Its light no longer needed. The dungeon was tough, but now Tevra was tougher. When she got hurt again, her body healed rapidly. When she used her last crossbow bolt, she found more had grown in its place. Delighted by her apparent endless supply of ammo, she sniped monster after monster from the darkness. At last she found her friends, helplessly wrapped in giant spider silk, awaiting a long, agonizing death. Making use of her new senses, speed, and strength, she single-handedly killed the giant spider. Together, she and her party collected the treasure from the spider's lair and made their way back out of the dungeon. At the mouth of the dungeon, the party took inventory of their loot, and Tevra had a hard choice to make. The Gethemnian dungeon had a well-known magical rule. Each hunter could only take one thing from its depths per trip. All else found below would turn to smoke the moment they stepped outside. Despite many tricky attempts, nobody had yet found a way to bypass this strange property. That meant it was time to pick favorites. The party agreed that Tevra should get the first pick of the treasure this time, for saving everybody. Even before the party prophet Jackalai identified it, Tevra knew what she wanted. They had recovered a genuine Shatterfrost blade, a weapon from the Black Sun era. Tevra knew she might dungeon hunt for another decade and not find another weapon as powerful, but she also loved her new abilities and didn't know if they would count as loot. Would her new powers vanish if she didn't pick them as her favorite? She had to take the sword. Surely there were more slime puddles to be found. But as the party left the lair, Tevra's strength and speed did not diminish. Her improved senses remained as well. Tevra let out a small whoop of triumph. Jackalai, always observant, had noticed Tevra hesitating to pick the sword. She approached Tevra about it and listened carefully as Tevra explained the whole story. Concerned, Jackalai performed a magical seeing on Tevra. The slime is called Gloam, Jackalai revealed. It is a shape-shifting creature, but it needs a host to copy. It slowly replaces parts of you with more of itself. The seeing ended, leaving Jackalai even more concerned. But she had an idea. I heard another party of dungeon hunters found a true form potion a few days ago, she said. If we can get them to trade it to us, we can use it to force the Gloam back into its slime state. Oh, I don't want to get rid of it, Tevra answered. This Gloam stuff saved all our lives. Plus, we'll be able to go hunting so much deeper because of this. If it wants to give me powers in exchange for a little blood, I don't mind. Unconvinced, Jackalai privately obtained the true form potion. It took her a few days, but she knew it would come in handy, even without her prophetic powers. Days later, Tevra came to her for help. By then, Tevra was strangely disfigured, like a caricature of herself. "Something is definitely wrong," she said. "People say I look different, but when I look in a mirror, I can't see what they're talking about. I've been forgetting things. I didn't think it was so bad until this morning when I looked at my hands. They have different numbers of fingers, and I can't remember which is the right amount." There was true fear in her voice. "I need you to help me get rid of this gloam stuff." Jackal-Eye produced the potion. "This will return the gloam to its true form, leaving you cleansed of it. But all the wounds it seemed to heal will return, plus everything it has taken from you since. We'll need a powerful thaumaturge standing by to heal you properly as soon as you drink it." As soon as the healer arrived, Tevra drank the potion. "Oof, I don't feel good," she said. "That means it's working," Jackal-Eye answered. Then, all at once, Tevra and her equipment melted, leaving nothing at all but a puddle of translucent slime on the floor. Hey everyone, I'm Silas Silver, and that was a story about Gloam, one of the monsters from Galasia. If you're interested in hearing more about Gloam or the Gathemnian dungeon, let me know in the comments. And if you want to hear another story, check out this one. Toodles.